something to pay attention about this traffic light pattern. I noticed it a couple of weeks ago. I'm pretty sure they didn't fix it. So see how these cars have the straight. Now the turning lane has a red arrow that you really can't even see. But as I get closer, you see that car stopped. He has a red arrow. Now, for some reason, that red arrow stays red, which we don't understand why. It should go green. See, the bus just went around them. There's a lot of cars be going around this red arrow. Now they get the green arrow, which is, I think something's wrong with that system. Now up there, which is a light that should be phased out anyway, you see a green arrow up there, but up top there you don't see a red arrow, so that's another problem. But you only see see, this sign's in the way too. You have to physically like be looking at the or maybe if you're right here you can see the red arrow. Now watch this traffic pattern. Everybody's got the red now. Let's try to get them all in there. And these lights are not the best of lights either, because you can't see them unless you're at a different angle. Now everybody's got the green going straight, but the red arrow is red. But there's no reason why they should have a red arrow if the light's green. There's no pedestrians crossing on that side. So something's clearly not set up the right way. And what that does, it bottlenecks. Right now it's not that busy, but when it does get busy, it bottlenecks all the cars up that are trying to go right. See, they go right anyway, but the light says red, and that, it doesn't make any sense. You got a green, he's going right too. So it doesn't serve any purpose. Everybody's going right, and the red light says red. Does that make any sense, guys? Everybody's continuing going right, but the light is still red. Why we have a red arrow when we should have a green light? Now the whole cycle went, and these guys had no green arrow. Now that's kind of troubling. The whole cycle just went, and there's no green arrow for these cars to make a right-hand turn. Now somebody adjusted these lights. I want to say 2 months ago. Now they got a green arrow. And whoever adjusted these lights kind of screwed them up. Now, if these cars don't run that red light, it bottlenecks up these cars until they're straight lane. So then that causes another problem. So if they don't run the red light, then you just have a traffic jam down there. So now you got a red arrow. Now these guys are probably gonna get the green straight, or after these cars go first. They kind of change it so these cars get to go first on the right, then these cars go on the left, then these cars go on this side, which is okay. That's okay, but why is that arrow not turning green when they got the green? Now they got the green. And you really can't see those lights either, because like it's no trick photography. Those lights are not that visible to see. Those fogged out lenses that they tried in the city years and years ago, and it just didn't work, so they did never put any more up. And you only can see them at very dark or at a certain angle. You can see those. They should eliminate those. There's some in Rosendale too. There are a few of them are still around the city. That DPW truck just made the right turn on red. So theoretically, that red arrow is serving no real purpose. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but when these cars have the arrow to go straight or light to go straight, this red arrow should be green. Unless the pedestrian calls for the cross on that side of the street, then it should phase out. Yeah, all you gotta do is study the traffic pattern. If you sit out here for like 5-10 minutes and observe what you see and see how the traffic, but these guys are supposed to be professionals. This is supposed to be what you call their profession. If this is their profession, then they should be able to perfect their profession. So know what they're doing. They're using an old traffic light system on a new. See this pole right here. They're using this old traffic light pole on a new system. They gotta redo this pole over. I see what that light's doing. So it has a green arrow, a yellow arrow, then it goes solid red. But that's on the old system I used to have. The new system that they're trying to incorporate has an arrow. So you need to put a red arrow on top up there. And that red arrow or whatever it is doesn't even work because it's not lighting up. It doesn't even light up. This bus has the red arrow. But he should be able to go because theoretically there's no pedestrians in the way. So he's gonna have to wait a whole cycle of a light to go got a couple got a couple of cars behind him, so eventually cars will probably just go around him because they see the green light and just want to go around the bus. Yeah, those lights are very, you can barely see those lights. If you're driving, especially in solar glare, you can barely see those lights at all. He's got the green arrow. Now the cars that are going right can go right. It's confusing. That's very, very confusing. And I notice what they do too now. They make this light have the red light longer. So if you're coming from Forest Hills, coming up, you got a longer line going down towards coming inbound from Forest Hills. The light stays a little bit longer. So not as many cars get through there as they should. This is about 7 o'clock in the morning, so traffic will start picking up in the next hour or so. Wow. Now, that car almost hit the bus because that's kind of weird too. Well, yeah, he can't see where the line is. That's probably what it is. Well, they should have got rid of. If they're going to do that, they should have made a divider smaller in the middle over there. That divider is too wide, so the bus has to go wide to go around that divider. That's what it is. The bus can't make that narrow turn right there. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that divider is too big for the bus to make that pivot. Just checking out our traffic light system, see if it's working correctly. I noticed this about at least 2 weeks ago, maybe even longer, but at least 2 weeks they had that light set up that way. The other thing they did too is, if you notice, this bus is going straight. Now the cars to the right of that bus are supposed to be turning left. So instead of having the cars turn in the bus lane, they made a whole separate lane for turning. Which, now look at that white car. See what he's doing? He's gonna make his turn from that lane, which that is the correct lane you should be in when you're making that turn. You should not be turning from the outside lane. So he made it, theoretically that's the way it should be, but the way they did it, they made it an outside left lane, which is kind of dangerous because if the bus pulls up to that lane, who's in the right, who's in the wrong? You know what I mean? Because you technically you shouldn't have it set up that way. They're going to turn from the outside lane. I always say, when you turn from the outside lane, you're only going to cause problems anyway.
Ma'am, there was no stroller on Blue Hill Ave. It's going to be 8 boys.
You sit around here long enough, you can find more and more problems that they created over here. But, you know, that's one of many problems.
435, 14 ball.
And this is supposed to be the upgrade of the traffic light, just so you guys know. This is supposed to be the new upgrade.
Charlie 421, 14 ball.
You guys tell me if you can see these lights up here. Because you're seeing what the drivers see. So you tell me if you can see the function of these lights. Now, this is not trick photography. You tell me if you can see what these lights are telling the drivers to do. You can see a slight red, if that is actually red up there. Hold on, let me back up a little bit so I can get the right angle. Now they got straight green. It just turned straight green. And she's gonna go anyway because even though it says red, she's gonna go because naturally you should be going. Only some people stop because they see the red, but there's no sign that says no turn on red.
Yes, ma'am.
Even though there is a sign that's right there, but it's facing the wrong direction.
You can give this a 14 ball on my end.
It's right there on the pole, but it's kind of facing to the park. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not facing towards the cars. It's facing towards this park over here. Matter of fact, it'd be hard to see that sign anyway. From this angle, it'd be very hard to see that sign. And everybody knows where this location is. It's in Eggleston Square, or Eggy Square, or the square. I guess they're gonna change all those signs, allegedly, to say Michelle Wu on there. How much taxpaying dollars would that cost us? Just to change some lettering at the bottom. Now I don't know if you can see those, but I'm gonna back up so if you could see them. And you really can't see it. Well, you can see the green a little bit. You have to, I guess you have to brighten it up. If you brighten up the screen a little bit, maybe you can see a little bit. Even then, it's kind of faint. It's kind of like an optical illusion that you're looking at. Get this big Cisco truck. I'm not sure if he's gonna be doing the delivery. A lot of times these trucks are doing deliveries on this main road here. Or he might be going down Washington Street on this one. But sometimes they're right in front of the stores over here and they're trying to deliver. And it's very tough.
Bravo 101, 1 call. Good morning.
Good morning, Lieutenant.
And the school buses still don't use the bus lane. So it's a proven fact that that bus lane doesn't work, because it's been over 2 weeks now, and the school buses still don't use the bus lane. They were told, I was told that they can, but no one gave them the memo.
And Ocean Lord, good morning.
Then you got cars that do that right there, cross over the medium. Now he's in the middle of the street, crossing over 2 lanes of bus traffic. And I knew that was gonna happen anyway. That's like a given. You can't stop that from happening. Get another, I think that's a cleaning truck that's in the middle. I think they're probably contracted out to do cleaning. I'm not too sure what that truck is doing in the middle. Oh, he's clean. I think he's cleaning the gas station over here. But he has nowhere to park. Well, he could park somewhere, but there's very little places to park over there. Another car crossing the medium to go get gas. Now this is why you shouldn't block a gas station entrance like that, because if you've been doing it for years and all of a sudden you put some divider up that's not a real divider, cars are going to do this on a regular basis. Anybody with common sense will know that. Like, but I guess the people in the city and the state don't really have common sense anymore.
Bravo 950.
Yes, good morning. Could you hold me off as the detailed supervisor, Area B?
Detail supervisor, I have that. Good morning, sir.
What do you think about this traffic light system here? Like, these cars get the green light, but yet you got the red arrow. What's up with that? I don't know who designed that, but you know, you guys get the red arrow for some reason. It's very poor design. A lot of cars get frustrated and they go around. That's what happens, because it wastes the whole green light cycle for no reason at all. That's where our tax-paying dollars are going to. Wasting money. And these guys are getting paid probably 6 figures to do this kind of stuff, you know. Like, these guys in City Hall don't get paid cheap. I think in the future we need to get rid of like mayors and governors. Just have a committee, an oversight committee, run everything. Make it easier, right? More accountability anyway. See that light is not effective. Not effective at all. It's confusing because they're looking at the red over here, which you really can't even. Damn, you can't even see it. You can't even see it from back here, guys. Look, I'm not making this up. You cannot see that red arrow from back here. But when you look up, see the angle you have now? You have to be back here to see that light. But when you're up on the light, you can't see it at all. So from this distance, you can see the lights pretty good. You can see the red. But when you're close up to it, you can't see it. And that's the problem. And they know that because those lights were phased out. Wow, we're going back about 15, 20 years, those lights were supposed to be obsolete. From this distance, you can see the lights okay. But when you walk up closer, you cannot see those lights. you only see the red arrow when you get as close as the buses. But there's cars that are still going around the bus. Like you're gonna see cars that go around that bus because they don't want to wait. Another car doing the okie dokie turn. That's gonna cause an accident. Like, eventually, cars are gonna do that, and that's gonna cause a serious accident. Because keep in mind, you're cutting across 3 lanes of traffic, 2 lanes of bus traffic, and 1 lane of vehicle traffic. Now this bus has to sit here for that whole light. But you seriously got to be back this far, almost 100 feet, to see that light work the proper way. I'm back about, I'd say about 100 feet. Yeah, I'm back pretty far, so. And the bus drivers have to learn a new traffic light signal because they're learning that red minus sign on their light means stop. So if you look to the left, there's a red minus sign. That red minus sign is for the buses and trolleys. That means stop. Now if it goes in the vertical position like that one did, that means go for the buses. So I think the middle is a triangle. The triangle means slow down. But there's on some of the trolley lines, they don't have that signal set up. They have the old regular traffic light signal set up. And I'll show you a few of them on the trolley tracks one day. And somebody's supposed to be inspecting. This is supposed to be somebody's job, inspecting this kind of stuff. Now these cars got the red. Now when they get the green arrow, it's like they're gonna have to figure which way they're gonna go. All right, just want to give you a little view of every day. There's always a car that cuts across this medium here. Well, we can't even call it a medium anymore. This bus lane, and they go inside the either they're going in the gas station or they're coming out of the gas station. It's one or the other, and they always. It's like how do you prevent somebody from doing that? Now they put these I still don't know what these little doohickeys are called, but they put these up here to prevent people from making the left turn coming up. But they still go around these things anyway, just so you know.
Good morning.
Let me walk down so you can see what I'm talking about.
Bravo 431.
I have that.
So these little dividers right here, they put those little white things up to keep cars from making that left turn onto, like, I think that's West Walnut. So the object is to keep cars from making that left turn right there. And what they end up doing is they come up further to make a U-turn to come back around again. That's what they end up doing. So unless you're gonna do the whole stretch all the way down. But look, they stopped right here. So they left this space open in the middle. That doesn't make any sense. You put some here. left this wide open, but then you put a couple of more over here. It doesn't make any sense at all. Why didn't you just do the, if you're gonna do it, why don't you just do the whole stretch? All the way down. That doesn't make any sense at all, really. If you're gonna put them there, you might as well go all the way up with it. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I guess they're trying to see how many accidents will be created before they finish putting them up, I guess. I don't know. This guy, what's he doing?
Bravo 450, when you can you assist a construction crew at Columbia and Devon looking to have cars moved? The detail wasn't filled.
Okay. Charlie 805, Ocean Oregon.
Looks like those two buses are too close. Like when he passed by, they're passing by very close to each other. And the next thing you're gonna see is two buses hit each other head on.
Charlie 111, Ocean Oregon, morning, code 1, waiting on appointment.
There's no pedestrian crosswalk. The next pedestrian crosswalk, if you're not down there by Walgreens, you gotta walk all the way to Eggleston Square to get the next pedestrian crosswalk. So that's the other.
Charlie 982.
Charlie 982.
Did we get a call about someone trying to take a little girl near the Dunkin' Donuts on Morton?
Yeah, I have a call that said it happened about 10 minutes before. It said a car full of males tried to pick her up. I didn't realize that it was something more than that size. Yeah, all I have is a four-door red Honda with chrome on it.
Look at that U-turn.
All right, well, the victim's at the station. We'll do the report here and we'll get
Make it
more
right.
answers as we
See
can.
that? That's what they do on the sidewalk. Boom. That's what they do. And this guy here, same thing.
Charlie 14, Ocean Orange.
Now they know, common sense is going to tell you this is what they're going to do. Like, if people have common sense. But apparently in the city of Boston and in MBTA, there's no real common sense. That's why there's so many accidents and long-term accidents, because they don't do study.
He'll call you and get a number from him.
They don't check things out.
Operations is instruments. Good morning, ma'am. Warren Ave and Hyde Park will be shut down between Summit and Highland until about 3 o'clock. I have it. Good morning.
Now keep in mind, this project cost about $60 million or a little bit more for them to do, and it has not been productive yet. Somebody told me the buses are still late. Now they claim it's going to be more effective, but a few of the T riders told me the buses are no faster. They still run late. Now, if you want to time it yourself, you can get on one of these buses and see. They're not on time as they say they should be. This does not help them any faster whatsoever. That's actually kind of dangerous coming out that corner street right there, because you have a real blind side coming out with the traffic. See that cars coming out from the left there? He could barely see the oncoming traffic when he's coming out. I really want to know the names of the people that were on this this board or this committee that designed this. Another car that just came out of Walgreens parking lot went over the bus lane.
Ocean North, good morning.
Good morning.
And you can see that traffic starting to back up down there. I don't know if you can see it from up here, but let me zoom in so you can see it. It's only one single lane.
425 Eggleston.
But that's what happens when you got one single lane. That's the back up like that. The car just made an illegal left turn. So the thing is, like, it's proven fact that those cars are going to do what they wanted to do, and just makes the situation more dangerous.
Echo 414, Ocean North, good morning.
Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. I just want to show you what's going on in the city.
Echo 414, when you get going, can you take a missing persons report? 105 Archdale, apartment 377.
Take a quick step out while it's safe to do so.
Ocean North, good morning. Echo 228, Ocean North, good morning. Lima 980, Ocean North.
Alright guys, I'm headed out of here. Catch you guys on the next one.
Lima 988,